What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with some breaking Blue Jackets news for you guys on this lovely Sunday afternoon as Don Waddell continues to do work on this roster heading into what should be a pretty busy free agency for the Blue Jackets, being as they have a lot of cap space, and knowing how good this team was at the end of last season, I know Don Waddell is going to take advantage of how good this team was, and he's going to build on it. So, with that being said, before I get into talking about what Don Waddell did earlier today, let's take a little trip back in time, just a few short months ago, back to 2024. Early last season, okay? The Nashville Predators waived Dante Fabbro. Well, November 10th, 2024, the Columbus Blue Jackets claimed Dante Fabbro. And he would proceed to go out and actually play really well, as he would finish 68 games played, 9 goals, 17 assists, 26 points, and a plus minus of 20, which is pretty good. Yeah, he also had 3 game-winning goals, too. Now, I bring that up because earlier today, they got it done. Awesome. As according to Aaron Portzline on Twitter, and I quote, #CBJ have reached a 4-year, $16.5 million contract with right-handed defenseman Dante Fabbro. He was a pending UFA. Contract has a no-trade clause in year 1. So, Zach Werenski, you got yourself your running mate back. Yep. The Fabbro-Werenski first-line D pairing is gonna feed families. For sure. Now, what if they go after Aaron Ekblad? Well, damn. Dante, you're going to have to move to the second pair then. And knowing Don, I think he's going to go after at least one big fish. And it could be Ekblad or Ehlers. Maybe someone I'm not thinking of. Maybe Marner. Nah, it's not going to be Marner. He's probably going to Vegas. But I do know one thing. Don Waddell will definitely be aggressive on the market. Yep, he's going shopping. Now, where does this leave the Blue Jackets cap-wise? As my camera is glitching out. Hang on a second. There we go. A little bit better, I guess. My camera does this. Oh well, video's almost done. But you look at where the Blue Jackets currently stand cap-wise. Yeah, they're still in good shape. They sit with $28 million in cap space. And even after this move, extending Dante Fabbro, or re-signing, I guess, they're still $4 million under the floor. So really, all they got to do is maybe sign one decent contract, and they're at the cap floor, above it, which means they would officially be cap compliant. Now, you look at the rest of the pending UFAs on this roster, as I got to fix my camera again. Dude, OBS is trolling me with the way they do my camera. Okay, I think we're good. So you look at the rest of the UFAs on this roster. You have James Van Riemsdyk, Sean Corrali, Christian Fischer, Kevin LeBanc, Luke Kunin, who they got at the trade deadline last year, although I don't think he really did anything, and Justin Danforth in terms of forwards. You look at the defensemen, Jack Johnson and Ivan Provorov, and for anyone wondering what's the status with Provorov, it doesn't sound like he'll be back, unfortunately. They've been trying to have talks with him, but talks have gone nowhere. So he's probably going to the market, and I expect him to go elsewhere. And in terms of RFAs, you just have Dmitry Voronkov, who was involved with the Noah Dobson trade. Like, the Blue Jackets legit offered Dmitry Voronkov for Noah Dobson. Of course, the Islanders chose to send him to Montreal, which made sense. You know, they're not going to send Noah Dobson, one of their better players, to a division rival. Right? And then Mikhail Patia. And then on defense, it's just Jordan Harris. So if I expect any UFAs to return, it's probably going to be maybe JVR on like a reasonable contract. And maybe someone like Danforth again. But I don't expect Johnson or Provorov to be back. And I think they'll get an extension done with Jordan Harris. So that's pretty much all I have for that. So we'll see what Don Waddell has for us heading into free agency on Tuesday, July 1st at noon. At noon. Oh my God. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this up before my camera just completely pieces out. So as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of NBA free agency at 6 p.m. Even though I don't expect the Cavs to really do much. You never know. They could do a trade or something. We'll see. So yeah, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Blue Jackets. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.